Had some things going on today. Not been feeling very well, but I'm here to talk football and a few other things. So we're going to get started. I just got to get something real quick. Oh. All right. How is everybody doing today? I am like I said, gonna be going over some football, breaking down both of the games here. It is Saturday. What is today? The 11th, the 10th. Today's the 10th, January 10th. We're going to be going over the NFL games that start or are played today, and so let us go ahead and enjoy that. All right. Just waiting for a few people to sign in before I start yaddling and rattling along. I've got my laptop here, so hopefully that'll help us navigate through some of the conversation today. Again, I was supposed to be on at 2, but like I said, some stuff going on, and I just didn't have any control over that. But we're going to be talking NFL football. Something happened between, if you care to know, there was something that happened last couple of days that has to pertain to ICE agents and at a McDonald's. And I'm going to cover McDonald's response and some of the protesters that don't like ICE agents. How that, I just don't get it, right? Because you have these agents protecting our sovereignty along with the military and the police forces in your local area. So, Kiara Mango, hi, how are you? I'm not going to be talking just this McDonald's. There was a confrontation that happened between a patron of McDonald's and there was ICE agents just merely stopping by to get something to eat or something like that. But they were in full uniform. So, I guess we'll start there. Now, ICE, if there are some people out there that don't understand what the acronym stands for, it is Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Pretty simple. So they're police officers that happen to be tasked with immigration and customs enforcement. That's what it boils down to. And so I don't understand, and there's various different cases. I follow the Officer Tatum podcast, and you can go check him out. He gives a pretty good clarification on, because he used to be an officer. But these guys are just police officers that are tasked with it's their mission. Musa, hi, how are you? So the ICE agents are tasked with the mission of assisting in keeping our borders safe. Any illegal immigration, any illegal migrant here in the United States. Now, I just heard a story the other day, about a week ago. There was this, I don't remember what nationality she was, but she's, I believe, in the New York area, and she has 2 thriving businesses. She's trying to do it the right way. She's applied for and gone through the right channels, and she has been an upstanding citizen. I don't know how that breaks down for taxes and what she pays in taxes, but I would assume that because she's not a United States citizen, maybe she doesn't pay. I don't know how that works. I'm not even going to speculate because I don't want to get it wrong. But my point is, she was escorted and sent outside the United States because she wasn't here technically illegally. That's unfortunate, and I hope that gets worked out. But that's just the one-off, right? There's a few one-offs, but under the previous administration, they just had the borders open, floodgates were open, and oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Moose, very much. Appreciate that. Roll call. Hi, how you doing? Talking about ICE agents, there was this backup. I didn't preface the live by saying that ICE agents there was a couple ICE agents at a McDonald's somewhere in the United States. I didn't get where. Hello, how you doing, Ellie? Barbie, hi, how you doing? Thank you. Welcome, everybody. I appreciate y'all joining in. Remember, while you're here, it helps us both if you go ahead and subscribe. And so these ICE agents that were there in the parking lot, they were being filmed by the patron. It was a female and a male. The male, I assume from watching the video that they were a couple. And this male jumps in the vehicle. My day's going pretty good right now. I'm just going to be catching up. Sorry I'm late. I was handling a couple personal things. I'm winding down to my last few days here at the Alcohol Recovery Center. Well, I mean, I have an opinion on it, but I don't want to drive anybody away. This is an open forum. I'd like to have an open conversation. If you protest ICE agents, let's have a conversation. So these ICE agents were almost ran over. The boyfriend says to the girlfriend, hit the gas, or gestures, hit the gas, and the ICE agent was almost ran over. He falls to the ground and stumbles aside, and so technically that is an attempted murder charge if that ICE agent wants to file a suit. Well, that's what I think, David Thompson. I agree with you 1,000%. I think ICE agents should be supported. I think ICE agents are doing a wonderful thing throughout our country. And Ellie Bona, I'm sorry, I do not know any stray kids. I appreciate that. If you're alluding to the purpose of ICE agents, well, I can't speak to that, and I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole because I'm just covering this one topic, giving an example of why I think ICE agents are here to serve a good purpose. And I understand that's going to drive some people away. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shaft, I see you there. Appreciate your kind words. Cotton picker. Well, I am gay. I'm a very happy person. Thank you for the comment. If you'd like to stay, stay. If you'd like to go, go. If you don't like what I'm talking about, you don't have to be here. But if you'd like to stay, I welcome you to stay. Yes, I'm gay. I'm very happy. And so these are just my opinions. It's not because it's laid down in law. It's not going to change the world, but my opinion matters to me. Well, yeah, exactly. Trolls are proof that people are paying attention. So thank you for the comment. If that is what excites you, and if that is what makes your day, I believe you may live a sad existence. But that's my opinion. I'm not saying that's how you live. Just that's my opinion. I don't know what the original definition of gay was or is now. That doesn't matter to me. So anyway, long story short, I believe ICE agents are angels amongst us. They are cleaning up our streets. And you do have that handful, you do have that percentage of illegal immigrants that, are trying to do good, trying to come into the country legally. And I commend them. They should be helped in every way possible. But if you're here illegally, I'm sorry, the ICE agents will root you out and escort you back to where you came from. And so back to the main reason why I'm on. We're going to talk a little football. We have the Bears and Packers tonight at 8 o'clock. And then you have the Panthers and Rams at 4:30. I'm just reading your comments. So give me a second. Apparently, I touched a nerve with some people. If you think I'm a spammer, that's your opinion. Hug a door, please. Well, I do like trees. They provide comfort and warmth and most of all, shade. Packers fan, there you go. So I also have a Packers fan. As a friend of mine, he's a big diehard, is a diehard Packers fan. Boy, I really touched a nerve. Wow. Hey, haters, they give love too. Yeah, no, whatever. Send it all my way. I don't care. If you want to hate, hate. I serve one purpose. I serve one God, and that is the Jesus Christ, Lord of all lords. And he is what makes things possible. He is why I'm here. Without him, none of this is possible. And without our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, I don't know where I'd be, because I've checked into a retreat to become abstinent from alcohol, and I'm getting my life back on track. Wasn't too far off track. I just let alcohol keep control of my life for far too long. And if you want to hate, that's hate. Why don't you go hug a door for what does that even mean? Are you educated? Did you make it out of the 5th grade? Well, that's okay there, Ryan. I'll give you a mulligan on that one. And so the Green Bay Packers right now are, I think they're favored. Let me check on that. The Green Bay Packers are favored over the Bears. It's not by much. The matchup predictor on ESPN is saying that with 54.3% certainty that the Packers will win, and with 45.7% certainty that the Bears will lose. I don't know. Of course, any atheist is welcome here. That you don't need to ask that. I appreciate you hanging in there and joining the live. If you're an atheist, that is your choice. I can't control that. Just like the guy who is hating on me for loving the Lord and our Savior, Jesus Christ. That's my opinion. That's how I roll. If you're an atheist, then you are more than welcome here. I welcome all. I appreciate that, Ryan. I misunderstood you. My apologies. So, right, the Packers are favorites to win this afternoon, or what time? I can't remember what the time was. I know I just said it. Yeah. So it's going to be at 8 o'clock tonight. It's at Soldier Field. Folks, the Packers are favored. I see that, but I'd like to poll some people myself. So there is a lot of politics happen in this, and I'm going to stay away from the politics. You echo forever. You turn to Christ. Amen to you. God is always watching, and it has made my life exponentially better because of him. Thank you, didn't. Thank you for your comment. So I think the Bears are going to win. Now I know that's going to upset some Packers fans, but I have one of my good friends, one of my very best friends, is a huge Packers fan, and he'll be watching with great intent today. Excuse me. I think the Bears are going to win. I honestly have the Bears making the Super Bowl to play the New England Patriots in a repeat of the 1985 Super Bowl. Now, with the other game, we have Rams and Panthers. And wow. We got, I guess the Rams are picked with 73.5% certainty to beat the Carolina Panthers today. And I believe that's at 4 or 4:30. It's at 4:30. It's played at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. And if you need to ask what a Super Bowl is, I think it's one of those. It originated with the Jacks game. You bounce the ball, pick up the Jacks, the ball. You got to pick up the Jacks before the ball hits the deck. Yes, I agree with you, Jewel Brada. Am I saying that right? Happy Saturday, Daniel Barry. How you doing? Daniel Barris, sorry. But yeah, the Rams are favored heavily over the Carolina Panthers. I really think that that's probably what's going to happen. Now, like I said in a few videos before this, any given Sunday, or in this case, any given Saturday, you could have, all the star players from the Carolina Panthers have career days and they take down the Rams. I don't know. I mean, that's just how I look at it. But I, too, think the Rams are going to advance over the Carolina Panthers. And if you want to go a little bit further, you can. And let's see. Let's talk some numbers. Boy, what a year Matthew Stafford has had. And the matchup of quarterbacks in this game, Rams, Matthew Stafford facing Carolina's Bryce Young. Matt Stafford has thrown. Right, yeah. Christmas is over. 4 days after Christmas, 30 years ago on the 29th, I graduated Marine Corps basic training. And, right, yes, no. You know what? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year there. If I didn't say it to you all, I've said it now. But anyway, back to football. Matthew Stafford has thrown for almost 5,000 yards. He was a 300-yard game away from throwing for 5,000 yards. What is good, William Moakley? How are you? Thank you for joining. Matthias, hello, how are you? I am from the great state of Vermont, the state of milk, cheese, and Vermont fine, pure maple syrup. You haven't had maple syrup you haven't had maple syrup until you've had Vermont maple syrup. I'm a little biased, but and so Bryce Young's had a solid season. He's thrown for 23 touchdowns and a little over 3,000 yards. Matt Stafford, on the other hand, has thrown for just over 4,700 yards and has thrown 46 touchdowns. Now that could lead into another debate. How do you feel about Matt Stafford versus Drake May for league MVP? I could tell you all the reasons why I think Drake May gets league MVP over Matt Stafford. And then, of course, a lot of people, United States. Where are you coming from, Rima? Where in the world are you dialed in from? Yes, I am from Vermont in the United States. If you're from outside of the United States, please check in with where you are. I reached Great Britain a couple nights ago, and I was also talking to a gal in Germany, so that was really fun. That was amazing. It means that through the algorithm, when you comment and when you subscribe to my channel and I subscribe to your channel, I'm from Slovakia. You're in Europe. Oh my God, that's amazing. Wow, Connecticut. Hey, how you doing? Organic Jam from Connecticut. I see you. And from Uzbekistan. Wow, you guys are awesome. Please share with all your friends. Share my channel with all your friends. I want to get as well known as I possibly can. And one of the big reasons I do that is I want to share my story. I want to share my journey of becoming clean from alcohol. I like to call it dry from the drink. It is, it's really controlled my life for so long, and to salvage my health, to salvage my family, I need to quit drinking. And today marks 1 month and 1 day that I've been dry from the drink, abstinent from alcohol, don't rely on the bottle anymore. I'm presently in, I have about a week left or so. I'm presently in an alcohol recovery center at my local VA hospital. So yeah, this is therapy for me, guys. It really is. I talk football, I'll touch on some other things. I'll briefly touch on religion. If you want my 2 cents politically, I'll give it, but I'm not going to come on here and just do a live about politics or just do a live about religion, because I don't want, I want to reach as many people as possible. And yes, I will talk about religion and politics, but it's really in the sense that I'll answer your questions and your opinions. Yeah, as far as the getting clean off of alcohol, they were able, I see before I came in, hey, Chicago West, how you doing, brother? I see you, man. Right back as a one clap, as the Patriots say, one clap for Chicago West. There you go. Hello to Flapping Buddy. How you doing, Raul? Welcome. Thank you for joining in. I started out this talking about ICE agents, and I had a full thing I was going to talk about. Some ICE agent was almost ran over in a McDonald's parking lot, and then McDonald's backed the ICE agent up and has put in some pretty stringent rules in place as far as their establishment. And so GoFundMe for World Hunger. How are you? I am good. How are you, bro? And so they were talking about that. I watched the Benny Show. He's got like 4 or 5 million followers, and I've subscribed to his channel a long time ago. He has a lot of good stuff to say. He is from the right, but he kind of travels down the middle. Have you noticed that? I have noticed that the left has forgotten about Ukraine and Venezuela. Yeah, it's funny how that happens. We had, yeah, I agree. I'll leave it there, but I do agree. Brooklyn in the house. I see you, Ash J. 12345. I see you down in Brooklyn. My girlfriend is from Queens. I know that's not Brooklyn, but it's not too far, I think. I'm not from New York, but my girlfriend is. She hails from the Queens area. And so I got much love for New York. Right back at you. I appreciate you supporting the vets. And again, I just want to reach out to as many people as possible, just kind of tell my story. And and I'm a Vermont boy. I was born in the great state of Vermont, the land of, as far as I'm concerned, the land of the best maple syrup in the country, but that is to be debated with other states and within our wonderful country. Yeah, so I've been here in the alcohol retreat for a little over a month, and I'll be getting out of here about a week from now. And edits, U8s, how you doing? I see you there. Aaron McFarland, I see you. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining the live. Again, folks, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, it helps us both if you go ahead and do that. It just gets our stuff further out with the algorithm. And that's what I've learned over. And I haven't had this channel very long. I've only had it just under 6 months. I want to say it's like 4, maybe 6 months. Aaron, I'm so sorry, Isla. How are you today? Appreciate that love. There, Chicago West. I have had Maine's maple syrup. It's pretty doggone good, I would say. And I would choose Vermont maple syrup, most of the time. Well, that's very nice, IKEA. I see you there. How you doing? Welcome to the live. Well, I don't know. I'm doing it right here. Well, I think a lot of the folks in the chat are having a good day, but I do have a couple of trolls going on right now, but that's okay. I understand that's part of it. We were talking football, and I had opened it up with, thank you. I appreciate the sub. Thank you so much. What'd you say? I'm sorry. But yes, thank you for the sub. I appreciate you so much, McFarland. Thank you, Wade. I appreciate that. Welcome to the live. Just talking football. Touched on some football. I jumped on early, initially talking about ICE agents and what you guys think about them. Jerry, hi, I see you there. How you doing? Yeah, and so thank you all for joining. Yeah, football. That grr sound. Yes. I do have a deep voice. Sorry. Well, if you think you are, Zara, that's okay. All right, duly noted. That's how I'll answer that. Let's see. Let's get back in. All right. So Stafford, getting back to the football games, you got Matt Stafford at almost 5,000 yards and Bryce Young just over 3,000. Kyron Williams has rushed for over 1,000 yards, and Dowdle has rushed for just over 1,000 yards for the for the Panthers. Kyron Williams, the University of Notre Dame, has rushed for 1,200 yards. Nakua, the wide receiver, has got almost 2,000 rushing yards this season, ringing in at 1,715 yards. All right, hold on. Let me, it might be my laptop. I'm not sure. Let me shut it down. Hold on. I'll just speak from the hip. See if this fixes it. See if that changes the disturbance. Farland, I'll be live again. I usually go live Saturdays between 2 and 3. Occasionally throughout the week, I'll go live, usually on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday. And that's the way it's been going on. That's the way I've been doing it. You think you can hit a shot with an air? I can hit a bull. I can hit in a black silhouette of a person. I can hit with an AR-15. Yeah, I can hit that from 500 yards, not 800 feet. I can go 500 yards. It's still coming. Dang it. Well, I don't know what to say about the grr sound. If it's too strong, if it's impairing the video, I apologize. I'll try to get it figured out. Coffin Death Rattle Official. Hi, I see you there. Under Twist, what am I doing right now? I'm doing the live feed right now. I'm currently in an alcohol retreat, trying to become abstinent from alcohol, dry from the drink, as I like to say. because it's controlled my life for far too long. Oh, okay. About the name. So the name of my channel is Jason's Adventures. I love music, Coffin Death Rattle official. I do love music. I like to sing. Some of my videos have me singing in them, and appreciate that. Thank you, Mac. I appreciate the kind words. If you don't mind subscribing, please go ahead and do so. It really helps us both when you do that. Pom Pom, how you doing? I see you there. Stop what? Stop what, bro? Well, if you pooped your pants, you better go clean it. I guess that's what I guess I'm going to do today. I'm just going to answer your, reply to your comments. New person comment. What does that say? For you to make a song. What would be the instrument that you could get? Oh, please, pray tell. Is it, well, I'll let you tell me what it is. Well, Ollivander, as far as Greenland, the reason why the United States has interest in it because it's strategically placed in a position where it becomes a defense for the United States, and I think that's why they're looking at it. I could be wrong. You love I love Donald Trump as an Irish guy, says Sean Boy. I see you there. How are you? Yes, I see you, Sean Boy. He's done a lot of good for the United States, and there's plenty out there, plenty of Americans here in my home country that would gladly disagree with you. I'm not one of them, but I think he's done a lot of great things for the United States. Yes, thank you. Anything you want. I don't know about that. I don't really know you, so I'm not. Make Ireland great again. Make Europe great again. Make America great again. Heck yeah. I'll give you an era. There you go. There's a Marine battle cry for Sean Boy. Yes, I have Irish in my blood on my mother's side, and I'm proud of it. Amen, Sean Boy. I appreciate the now. See, there's where we come into a conflict, and that's one person's opinion to another. I think, well, you know what? I appreciate you asking me if I'm trans there, Zolu, but my stepson is trans, so does that help you? All right, so we got some conflict there. Okay, I'm going to cover this right now. If you want to come to the United States, there are millions and millions of people that have done it legally. The problem we have for anybody who says stay out of our country, if they do it legally, they come into Ireland, whatever country it is. If you come in legally and document it properly and do it the way you're supposed to, I got no problem with that. But when you're coming here illegally and literally stealing the food off my family's table, I have a problem with that. You don't pay taxes and you get free housing. Who do you think pays for that, people? Our tax dollars, us United States Americans. That's our tax dollars paying for those illegal immigrants that they put up in all those those high risers, and they trashed them, by the way. So if you really want to get me going, that's another reason why we don't want any undocumented, any illegal immigrants. Doesn't matter the country. They need to do it the proper way or go back to their country. I'm not saying we don't welcome anybody. Yes, the United States is a land of dreams, or however you want to put it. But when you do it illegally, you're not paying taxes, and then my tax dollars and your tax dollars as Americans are paying for these guys you're paying for their room and board, you're paying for their meals, you're paying for their transportation, you're paying for their education, and they get it all scot-free. So to think that anybody out there is okay with illegal immigrants doing it the illegal way, for them to be in our country and you're okay with it, that really makes me shake my head. So MVP Caroline, I was talking about football, and I made a mistake. Well, I didn't make a mistake. I just wanted to touch on and get people's opinion about what happened at a McDonald's with ICE agents. You can look it up in the news. You know, the left will mask it like the ICE agents were in the wrong when they, by all accounts, were just going in there to get a hot meal. And so they're going to be, one of the ICE agents was nearly ran over, and whoever the perpetrator is being apprehended for murder charges. So think twice. Have a good night, Ollivander. Appreciate you signing on and joining the live. You have a good day. So, Bernadette, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Coffin Dead. Death Rattle Official. Can I call you CDRO? I'll just call you Coffin. Thank you, Coffin. I appreciate the sub. Dosito, I am doing well. How are you doing? You're very welcome, Caroline. Yeah, it's just my 2 cents. You know, they're immigration officers. They've got a job to do, and we have to respect it. Because if we don't, you got it, Bernadette. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, and I'm on here every Saturday between 2 and 3 in the afternoon East Coast time. And I'm saying that for the ones that are watching this from abroad in other countries. It means a lot, and it helps both of our channels grow when you sub. So yeah, I started talking football as well. I don't know if anybody here is interested to know my thoughts and opinions on it, but the Rams are favored to win heavily over the Carolina Panthers, and the Packers are favored I want to see by 3 over the Bears. I think the Bears are going to they're at home. The Bears are home. I think the Bears, Caleb Williams is balling out. Caleb Williams is going to have an amazing year. I mean, has had an amazing year. Oh, yeah, that thing goes out every which way it wants, man. Like eating Samoas. I see you, man. Yeah, that eye does its own thing. I can be looking dead at you, and that son of a bitchin' thing is going, hey, what's at the door? So I get you, man. Yeah, I'm trying to be funny because, yes, Jimbo, I think the same thing. One of my best friends is a Packers fan, and I'm sorry. I think the Bears honestly are going all the way to the Super Bowl. And you know what? It's going to be a repeat of the 1985 Super Bowl, Bears Patriots. That's what I think. See if this works. It doesn't want to stay. All right, how's that, everybody? I can't really read the comments, but as long as y'all can still see me, that should be better on the sound. Oh, I just had a bot, not a bot. Do I love what? Okay, well, I don't. I guess I'm just gonna have to hold it. There, you guys should be able to hear me pretty good, and I'll try not to talk so loud so that you. I, I do love God. Yes, I do. Oh, Tottenham manager getting sacked in the morning. Oh no. Perfect, loud and clear. Yeah, it's because I had the speaker pointed down at the table. It had to be that. So I apologize for that. You know, I'm in an alcohol recovery center. So when I get home, I'm going to try to get a setup because this is all new to me, right? Smoke. Peepo does gaming. Peepo does gaming. I see a smoke. No, when the angels fly out of you've seen videos where the spirit leaves the body and you see that orb. I believe in that sort of thing. Coffin, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you more than you know. I look forward to you in my next live. It'll be next Saturday between 2 and 3 o'clock East Coast time. I may go on once or twice during the week, but those are really sporadic. But I always schedule a Saturday live. This is what I like to do. I had an alcohol addiction. Yes, I did. ET/RN7CH. I see you there. Yeah, I've been battling alcohol for a long time, and it's really, really controlled my life for far too long. And having this channel, having this platform allows me to tell my story. Yeah, Jimbo, it's really terrible what the country is going through. I think alcoholism is a true epidemic, and some of it is passed down, I think, from your parents. I know, but Manchester City won 10-1. That's like winning 70-0 in American football. Holy crap! That is wow. I'm gonna have to look that up, Peppo. That is, forgive the expression, but that's an ass whooping. So, any Manchester City fans in here, boy, that's a heck of a win. Well, I'll tell you, Jimbo, you gotta. I'm not telling you your business. Please don't take what I'm about to say. Don't take it that way. It's been a long journey. Me becoming dry from the drink or clean from alcohol didn't happen overnight. And I'm not saying you think that or anybody thinks that. I'm just saying it. You got to put in the effort. You got to put in the work, right? Well, if I had stayed going down the road that I was on, I was headed. I was kind of like, as my great grandmother used to say, you got one foot in the grave and one on a banana peel, and I was really headed that way. Gaming with, I see you there. Hello, how you doing? Oh, it's very much worth it, Jimbo. I tell you, alcohol has got. I could, you know what? I'll be honest and tell you, I did some pretty hard drugs, and you got it, man. I've done some pretty hard drugs and I was able to get over those. But what has stumped me, and I've quit smoking about 2.5 years ago. Alcohol was the absolute hardest thing I've ever had to quit. Harder than any drug I've ever done, harder than the cigarettes. Alcohol, I understand you, Jimbo, 1000%. Alcohol is not, the people just say, just quit, just don't do it. Well, you can't just quit. Ellie, how you doing? I see you there. Hello. You can't just quit alcohol. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of determination, a lot of grit, and if you don't want to lose family and you don't want to lose touch with your reality, and if you ultimately don't want to die, I know these are harsh words to say, but that's what it's going to take. It's going to take commitment. It's going to take reaching out to, there's so many different programs out there. AA doesn't work for a lot of people, but it does work for some. I would start maybe with AA and at least going to an AA meeting in your area. That may not be for you, but what it's going to do. Hello, Forever Stay. How you doing? I see you there. Mike Ox, I see you there. How you doing? I am a former Marine. Yes, thank you. I see you there. Uh, so you got to stay grounded, be honest with yourself, Jimbo, and be true to yourself. Be true to your family. We as alcoholics tend to say things and do things that mask our alcoholism. And that comes in various different ways. I'm sure, you can name a few yourself, but reach out. Just reach out to somebody. And I would bet that loved one or that person you trust that you're reaching out to is going to understand you more than you know. And if they truly love you, and I'm sure you've got a lot of people in your circle that love you, Jimbo. So don't be afraid to reach out. That's the first step. You've got to reach out. Once you make that step, then, and I'm a religious person, I believe in God. And if you're not, that's fine. But my point is, with my faith and my trust in my loved ones, I've been able to be, I'm 95% certain that I'm done with alcohol. This being here at this retreat at my local VA, thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. Has really opened my eyes to what's more important in life. The family is really, that's my driving force, because I haven't been the best father to my son who's 8 years old. I'm a former Marine and, I haven't been the best father. And so I used to bark at him real easy. My temper was very short. And over the 6 weeks I've been here, I've gone over some hardships. I was in here for Christmas and New Year. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thanks for all the Big Macs. I appreciate it. Don't know what a gooner is, but if that makes me cool, I'll be one. I don't know. I have no idea what a gooner is. 100 Big Macs? I couldn't finish that in a week. Thank you, Jimbo. I appreciate your kind words. And like I've been saying, it's not been easy. It's been quite a struggle, an immense struggle, but I'm getting through it. I really am. Alexis, hi, how you doing? Oh, smiling, laughing faces. Oh my goodness. You guys are great. I appreciate all the love and support. I appreciate all the comments. And it doesn't matter if you approve, disapprove, like, or dislike. When you comment, it shows love to my page. So thank you for that. Kriegarin, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Fallon Knowlton, how you doing? I see you there. You Fallon Knowlton through 3540. What's going on? How you doing today? Yeah, so that is, and this is a way for me to This really is a way for. Oh, good to hear it, Fallon. Very well. What part of the country are you out of the country? Jiren, you ate one and your brother ate 99. I would enter your brother into an eating contest for burgers or whatever. Yeah, that's I couldn't do that. No way could I do that. There is a guy I follow on YouTube. He's big beard. He goes around. He lives in the UK. The bearded. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot what his name is. But he's got a long beard. He's a skinny fellow with a long beard, and he goes around UK and the United States and other countries because he's sponsored and he's got a huge fan base and he's got a lot of subscribers to his channel. So he's like sponsored, but he goes around doing eating contests. And usually he is successful in most of them. If I can remember the name, I'll give it to you. I'll put it down and you can go check him out. He's pretty good guy to follow. He's really interesting. So yeah, this is a way for me to connect with people, kind of tell my story, in hopes that it might bring somebody a brighter day. Maybe it'll help them get through what might be a tough day or a tough time in their life. For me to tell my story. Eric the Electric. So that's what gets me, guys. And it is what it is. But I read your at name, and it's sometimes different from what you actually go by. But Eric the Electric, I see the Electric. Garen, why what? Sorry, I've just got the comments are just coming in and I can't keep up with them. Yeah, so I want to tell my story. Bro, why? You subbed. I see you subbed. I'm just going through all the comments. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that sounds like him. The guy is a beast. Think about that. 50,000 calories in 24 hours. That's hard to wrap your brain around, right? Holy crap. Amazing stuff. Isabella. Hello, how are you? If you're in here and in this live, or you're in the queue watching and don't know if you want to jump on, that's okay. I appreciate all the love any way I can get it. If you just remember to help us both out by subscribing, it really does help us both out. And I appreciate all the subs. So thank you for that. But yeah, football, we got less than an hour to go before football starts, playoff football. And any of you guys that know me know Hi, Boba. How are you? Anybody that knows me knows I'm a die-hard football fan. I played it. I eat, drink, and sleep and shower football. I'm just everything football. I love football. Wow. So Jiren said this fella, she talks to me, she commented that he eats 50,000 calories in a 24-hour period. Jiren says he eats a lot of food in one video and takes months to upload a new video because he burns the calories he eats in every video. Ben Balang, hi, how you doing? I see you there. Really, guys, I appreciate all the love. You guys are amazing. And I appreciate all the hearts and all the emojis you're sending up. That's quite awesome. Appreciate it. Let's see who my top fans are. My top fans are Bernadette, Matthias, and Musa. I'm kind of partial to Musa because my last name is Muse, Meuse, and oh, perfect. Thank you for the 100%. Thank you for all the emojis. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ben Belang. That is amazing. Thank you so much. But yeah, you guys, I go live every Saturday between 2 and 3 o'clock East Coast time. And I'll usually stay on for a good solid hour, if not more. And I'm trying to reach, like I've reached New Zealand, I've reached Germany last night, Great Britain, where else have I? Germany, Great Britain, New Zealand, all over the United States. Kusa is the Kusa. Love it. I love it. Yeah, my nickname's Moose. My last name is spelled Meuse, and my nickname is Moose. Well, I didn't realize that was possible, but it's been sticking. It's been getting out there, and I tell you what, that's what's driving me. So we got Laceration says, "Good day, sir. It's my first time here watching your live stream. Greetings from South Africa. Amazing. Good day to South Africa. Wow, amazing." Adam, well, if your mother took your phone, I'm sorry, but I appreciate the love. I can't tell you what to do in that situation. Your mother's your mother, and she kind of lays down the law. Oh my God, goodness. Green Queen from the UK. Oh man. I don't know what Brawl Stars are. You could enlighten me. I'm not sure. Is that like a wrestling thing, Jiren? Hey guys, I need to grab some water. If you just hold on tight for a minute, less than a minute. I'll be back in like 20 seconds. Addie, how you doing? I see ya. Sorry, I just called you by your handle or your @ name. Green Queen from, oh my goodness, the UK. What's good in the UK? You know, it's fun. So I have, if you check me out on TikTok, actually I wrote it down. Hold on. Message me on Green Queen. Message me on my TikTok. Hold on, bear with me. I'm looking up my TikTok name. There it is. My TikTok, I'll write it clear so you guys can see. So it is MEUSE X 8 I 9. Go ahead and take a look there. That is my TikTok. That's how you look me up. It's MEUSEBXF 8I9. That's what this is. I got to get a refill of water there, Mr. Trump Daddy. I drink nothing but water all day. This is a 1.5 liters of water, and I drink at least 8 of those a day. It's probably bloated because the beard. I don't know. Thank you, Green Queen. I appreciate that. But yes, Green Queen, if you want to go and leave me a direct message over on TikTok, that again is the way you look me up. I'll give it to you one more time, Green Queen. Just let me know if you can read that. See, this is what I don't like about trolls. And trolls are trolls, and that it's what it'll be, and it is what it is. And the Utah, yes, with the British accent. Right, I get it. So yeah, I drink plenty of water and maybe some exercise. Well, let me tell you something about exercise. About a year ago, a little less than a year ago, I was about 360 pounds. So I know something about losing weight. I'm currently 300 pounds. I've lost almost 60 pounds. I do plenty of push-ups. I appreciate that. That's what's helping out tremendously. It also helps the core muscles. And I've been working out 2-3 times a week. I'm taking it slow because I'm, getting up there in age. But so I need to ease my way back into it. But this has been going on for a few months. And so, yeah, when I became a United States Marine, I earned that shit. And I went to Parris Island, South Carolina to become a United States Marine. And from the civilian side to graduating boot camp, I think I lost about 50 pounds in boot camp. And so it's been a lifelong battle. I mean, if you think I need to explain myself to you, Trump Daddy. Oh, you think so? Oh. All right, I'm done responding to Trump Daddy, so you can, as they say in England, piss off. So that's it. You guys have a wonderful day. I am done.